totality of the actor, the instrument. Being the angel of blessings, I shower spiritual gifts to the souls around, all around. As an angelic rose, my fragrance is always present, and I never wilt, because I constantly experience the refreshing water of purity from the Supreme Gardener. As an angel of humility and respect, I sit in my own strength, never drawing from the strength of others. With the connection of God, I check my thoughts before acting. Being always merged in God's love, I simply be a transmitter of the pure feelings of in His heart. A continuous receiving of blessings from many souls keep my lights constantly ignited. Om Shanti.
अरे शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा। हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। जहाँ होता है मानव का धन, वहीं होता है उसका मन। इसलिए परमात्मा ने बताया, मुझसे लगा लो अपना मन। हम सा नहीं कोई जमाने में, रचना रचता का ज्ञान जिसे, पर ऐसा भी बनना होगा, नहीं कभी अभिमान जिसे। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। ये दुनिया तो मायावी है, माया से भला कैसी यारी। अपने तो दो ही ठिकाने हैं, वैकुंठ दुनिया निराकारी। धुंधला सा अंधियारा है, दीपक से उजियारा होगा। ये आँख भी तन का दीपक है, ये ज्ञान जीवन दीपक होगा।
Om Shanti.
यहाँ हमारा
Shanti
तन
Didi.
होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा।
Traffic control going on. That's why Sister Prerna, can you spotlight Didi? Sister Prerna, is it please spotlight Didi?
Yeah, she's spotlight.
Thank you very much. Om Shanti. Welcome, welcome Didi. We are so happy to have this get together again, and especially to restart it with Didi again. And there was something that I would like to mention. I heard through Sister Gopi had typed out all questions and sent to Didi today, and surprisingly, Sister Gopi just shared that Didi had called Gopi and asked whether to share about which Dadi to share about experiences, and I was so pleased to hear that news, thinking that it's not just clarification, but the amount of importance Didi is giving us, not just this class, but to us. And I was thinking that we should become really worthy of that importance. So with this very heart-touching and happy news, I would like to invite Sister Sri Priya and Sister Rammi to welcome and honor Didi with our traditions and with words. Please, Sister Sri Priya. Sister Prerna, can you spotlight SP? Sister Prerna, please spotlight both of them. Can we have some music? We have tilak and some rose water. We know Didi already is an emperor, yet this is from our heart. We would like to do all this in person, but we have at least this much facility. A special garland on behalf of all Kumaris in Sri Lanka. Real roses. Of course, we had a nice background music and our technical team must have got stuck. This is our Aarti from our heart. Sisters, please all feel that you are holding the Aarti in front of Didi. And showering our love. So now, Sister Ami, please.
Om Shanti Didi. Swagatam Didi. I'm so happy today. Now Didi is just with us at this moment for this class for Kumaris, and I am very happy that I got the chance to welcome you, Didi. And on behalf of the whole Shiv Shakti army in Sri Lanka, warm welcome to you, Didi. No, Didi, you had been looking after us for more than 3 decades, more than 30 years. And we are so glad, we are so fortunate to be guided by you and not we were guided by you, and not only guided, we were loved by you, we were advised by you, and we also were at many times respected by you, by our loving, dear, respected Didi ji. Didi has been the regional coordinator for all of us, have visited Sri Lanka practically every year, and as the director of the Gyan Sarovar Academy for the Better World, had provided us with very rich and enlightening events at our annual visits to Madhuban. Didi, Dr. Nirmala, Baba's double doctor, the Nirmal Ashram, extremely loved and brought up by our sweet Mama, Baba, and all the Dadis, is a precious jewel to whole Yagya. So I am really happy that Didi is just with us today. And so we are here tonight to listen to Didi on Didi's personal experience and learnings from Dadi Janki ji. So Didi will be speaking to us, and whoever needs Sinhala and Tamil translation, please connect to language interpreter. And after Didi gives the class, Sister Gopi will conduct the question and answer session. Didi, my loving request for you to take over from this. Thank you, Didi.
Shanti. Is Gopi going to ask the question, or I have just to read the question?
Didi can share.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm?
Who is convenient for Didi? Didi, should I ask every question?
Yeah.
Okay. The first question is, what has impressed Didi more from Dadi Janki's life? What are the special learning from Dadi Janki, and what has impressed you more from Dadi's life?
Dadi had deep love for Baba, Bap Dada. And because of her deep love, she inspired all double foreigners to have that deep love for Baba. And she was always having the aim that whatever I have received from Bap Dada, I must share with everybody. So she would be sharing her learning with everybody.
What kind of relationship Dadi had with Mama?
Mama was like a example for everybody, because Mama too had deep love and respect from Mama. But Daddy used to have more friendship with Manmohini Didi. Mama was an example.
And Dadi was a good teacher, as well as she was a mother in sustaining the family. So when anybody breaks the Brahmin principles, would she had ever become annoyed, or how she would be strict to maintain the discipline of the yagya?
Because what maryadas should be followed. If anybody broke the discipline maryada, Baba also used to give them punishment. So Dadi also used to give them punishment, but she never get annoyed with them. Dadis used to lovefully explain what wrong they are doing and why they are getting punishment.
On what aspect Dadi paid more attention in her Brahmin life?
He used to turn what was listening and reading only, they used to turning, and she had discipline to wake up Amrit Vela, doing meditation. Even if there was a big queue of people waiting for personal meeting, as soon as it was 7 o'clock, she will stop meeting and have meditation until 7:30, and then she used to start personal meeting again. So Baba's discipline and maryadas, she was paying a lot of attention until end. Hansa used to wake her up at 3:30, give her a cup of tea, and she would have Amrit Vela.
And what Didi mostly remembers from Dadi's teachings? For yourself personally?
Dadi was always saying 3 times Om Shanti. First Om Shanti, second Om Shanti, who I belong to, and the third Om Shanti, what I'm going to be. So this 3 Om Shanti, she will always tell before her class.
And what Didi remembers as the last conversation Didi had with Dadi Janki?
Last conversation, really, I don't remember, but only thing I remember when she was in Australia, once she asked me, where will you be in the end? And I couldn't answer. And then she answered for me, wherever Baba wants me to be, to do service, I'll be there.
What is the main key point that made Dadi to come within the first 8 numbers?
To come in first 8 numbers, one has to be having full faith right from the beginning. Secondly, to be Jnani. Third, to be yogi. Fourth is to be total renunciate and surrender to Baba. So that was, and dharana proper, and also we have to have service. And Dadi did service until end. She did service until 103 years. When she was old, still she was doing service. Only last year she might have not have done service.
What makes the differences between the first 8 numbers and then the 108 numbers and then the 16,108? Is it the 16,108 are the total numbers of the kings and queens till the end of Silver Age?
Up to Silver, including Golden Age also. Because 8 also include 16,108. So 8 pass with honor. 108 pass are the ones who have not totally surrendered.
What does it mean to hand over our weaknesses to Baba? Because to let go of weaknesses, we just have to pay attention on not practicing them, means not implementing those weaknesses. So what does it mean to hand over our weaknesses to Baba?
I feel we can't say that we can hand over our weaknesses to Baba, but we receive power to change that weakness into virtue, vices into virtues. So it needs just remembrance of Baba to help us to be completely viceless, strong, virtuous, etc.
What are the challenges Dadi had faced in her journey of becoming the stable minded woman in the world? No, very powerful.
To be powerful minded, naturally, Dadi had to remember God, and that concentration power helped her to become so much powerful and solutions. She had to surrender herself to Baba, and Baba empowered her.
Though Dadi was in big responsibilities, and even after she had, after Dadi Prakash Mani, she was playing a role in Bharat also. But even after that, she was very light and independent, and she was very cheerful. How she could maintain that? Because many would go every day and have complaints and would ask for advices. But still, Dadi, every time when we see her, she is full of cheer and enthusiasm. But she also had concern for us.
He everybody, and he came to the level of Brahma. And because he has been dealing with foreigners for so many years, she knew from their childhood what they have been. So she could feel the pulse very well. And she had that awareness, is Baba is Karavanhar, I am just Karanhar. And that made her light, independent, and happy.
What was Dadi's speciality which Baba admired always?
He was churning yarn a lot, and her churning inspired many, many people. So naturally, Baba loved her, and she also loved, because love is reciprocal. If you love someone, they love you. So her love for Baba was very deep.
We heard that Dadi was very sensitive in the beginning. So when she was asked to go out of Madhuban and serve, and also when she was asked to go out of Bharat and serve, then what kind of challenges she faced and how did she become a, a big leader?
Dadi, all of these were written to leave Madhuman and Bap Dada. But Baba's order was, and they were very obedient. So challenges she had to face were, she didn't know English at all, but her vibrations were so powerful that when she came first, there were few people in the Murli class, and she used to read Hindi Murli, and myself and Janki Ben were there. So Dadi was asked, I asked those new English students whether they prefer to sit in Dadi's Murli or should they listen to English Murli read by one of us. And they preferred to listen to Dadi in Hindi, and Janki Man used to translate. So the thing is, she had challenges, but with the help of interpreter, she could keep you in room and give lecture in UN and in front of many VIPs, scientists, etc.
So in the world outside, they are very body conscious. So Dadi, with her appearance and with her educational background, did she had uh, any her sanskar or like any obstacle in overcoming them? Like she had to deal with many big leaders, educated people, and she was advising them.
She was confident and she could face all situation very well. And people don't look at your education, but they look at your lecture and your face for the power or drishti. So her drishti was very powerful. And one lady who had been in Dadi's conference, she was from Australia, yoga teacher. She's in her public talk, she told us that when Dadi came and stood for a few minutes, there was pin drop silence. And the first thing she spoke was, silence is best language. So the thing is, people find it easy to catch the vibration, especially in the West, they catch vibration. And they were very impressed by her.
How did she maintain her balance between such a big administration and her own spirituality?
In London, it was very easy for her because they were really impressed by her powerful drishti and would listen to her direction. So administration and spirituality was very easy in London. But when she came to India, because Dadi Prakashmani had trained Sister Bunni, So Sister Munni was doing administration. Dadi was spiritually sustaining everyone.
Dadi was saying that we should have 95% attention on ourselves, but Dadi would never remain quiet in one place. She will non-stop speaking Gyan and serving and meeting people. All the time she was busy with service. So how she could maintain the balance? When she was full time busy in service and she appreciated service very much and meeting BKs.
Because Baba's teaching has been that you should be doing double job, service through mind and service through words. And that's what she used to do as double service at the same time. And so she could maintain the balance.
And there were about 300, 350, the original group, but a few were recognized as Dadis and Dadas. So what was the basis or what was the qualification? We don't know the 350 Dadis and Dadas.
All who started Jnana in between 1936 and 40 were known as Dadis. Dadis is senior sister in Sindhi. So all were known as Dadis. But some of the Dadis were good in giving Gyan and yoga and all these things. So they are favorite and popular.
What is the difference Didi had observed in the administration of Mama, Didi Manmohini, Dadi Prakashmani, and Dadi Janki, and Manohar Dadi, all those Dadis?
Who had their own speciality. Mama was not really administrator because Brahma Baba was there. So she was doing both the job of spirituality and administration. For the namesake, I would say Mama was administrator, whereas Brahma Baba was the main backbone of Yajna. Now, Dadi Prakashmani, she was really friendly, easily available, and Jnani, yogi, cheerful. She used to stand or sit in courtyard. So anybody who wanted to say Om Shanti or meet her, she was easily able to meet them and say Om Shanti. Manmohini Didi was very accurate and yogi. So double foreigners after Murli class used to go to Manmohini Didi, Ek Drishti, and Didi would ask the question from Murli. Because when she used to listen to Murli, she would write question answer and she used to ask them the question.
In service, which is more important, Didi? Is it the number of the BKs increasing does it say that we are doing a good service or the quality of the BKs? The number of BKs who are ready to. Yeah.
Number for us, because we need to
We
create,
can't hear Didi.
we
The
need to
voice is
create.
breaking.
Can you hear?
Now okay, it's wavering. The sound is sometimes breaking.
Now, can
Now
you
okay.
hear?
Both are necessary to have number as well as quality and quantity, both are necessary. Because we have to create royal subject, we have to create our subject, heirs, everybody. So the quality will be heirs. And among 16,108, whereas we will be our subject. So to create kingdom, we need everybody.
Now, in surrendered souls, when we say a quality soul, what are the qualifications is expected to say that it's a good quality surrendered soul?
Surrendered souls will never have I, mine, etc. Everything Baba, 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 Baba. Baba's center, Baba's children, Baba's students, etc. So we have to surrender our body, staying in center, mind, and wealth to Baba. So nothing is mine.
Is it the surrendered souls who will only become Sri Krishna's relatives in the royal family?
Yes, there will be.
Okay. Did Didi made any special effort to become like Dadis?
My aim has been to become Batsami. So I make effort to become like Mama, Baba. Baba says, follow Mama and Baba. So I have always tried to follow them, because sometimes some people compare. Dadi was like this, Dadi is like this. I say, Dadi is Dadi, I'm I. So I maintain my self-respect and carry on whatever, however I want.
So does that expectation become a pressure? An obstacle in your Baba says that we have to satisfy and get the certificate of contentment from others.
I, as I said,
Can't hear the. I think the signal is breaking.
I can't be like Dadi or Dadi. I maintain respect.
Yeah. Sometimes people get impressed by some good examples, some instrument souls, and they say that I got attracted because of your specialities, and I never had met Dadi, Mama, or Baba, and I see only you instrument souls. And it takes time for them to get connected with Baba to understand Gyan. But now the time is very short. So what is Didi's advice about?
time is short. And that's why we have to make intense effort. Because we have to see, we are in yoga, we become the dot, and we are able to give full stop to the past. No wastage, because nowadays Baba is emphasizing a lot on not having any wastage.
Now, Jayanti Ben and other seniors also, when they had gone out, they have impressed many non-BKs also. So when those non-BKs and also for some BKs, when they remember those seniors, like, okay, we all remember Didi, for anything that this is how Didi used to say, this is how Didi used to guide us. So will that thought affect Didi's remembrance, Baba's remembrance, if we all are remembering the seniors?
Doesn't affect me.
Okay. So then how it becomes like we should not pull others' intellect, no? Baba says that we should not, others should not also remember us. So in which context they can remember us and in which context they should not remember us? Like sometimes if we have helped some people.
If I am so conscious and doing everything as Baba Karavan, so I keep Baba in between me and students or other people, then they will not remember me or not depend on me, not become attached to me.
But now we all want Didi to be with us till the end of Sangam Yug. So will that thought disturb Didi's journey?
Why should it disturb me? It helps me to live long. Your blessing will help me to live long.
Because Baba was telling in his last moments, Brahma Baba, there were three strings pulling him. One is children's love, then Baba's call, and his karmic balance, karmic accounts. So that's why, and also Baba said, if I had said, I am going, I am leaving, then children's love wouldn't have let him go. So that's why I was asking, will it affect the journey? But then Baba's pull was stronger.
Definitely.
Okay. And what is Didi's advice, being our guide and our mother for, like Rami was saying, for the last 3 decades? What Didi feels that the Sri Lankan Kumaris have to pay more attention on, and what we are lacking or what we have come up to? We would like to hear a report from Didi.
I think whether Kumars or Kumaris all have to pay attention to remember Baba and not allow any waste thought. Because usually what happens is when there is comparison, competition, then there is a jealousy, etc. So nobody should have that sort of a comparison, competition, or jealousy.
What Didi feels that we have achieved so far from our beginning, we have become. what Didi feels about it. Have we progressed, matured, improved, or we have to more?
You have there is still margin to be perfect, and that's what effort we have to make. We haven't become completely virtuous, viceless, non-violent, 16 degrees celestials complete. So until we become that, we have got margin.
Now, if Didi observes some someone who is doing a good service, but in their attitude there is something wrong, and Didi is advising them, and if they are not listening, what Didi would do?
Remain observed and detached. Whoever does effort will gain higher status because everybody has got gyan. They have to just follow Baba's directions, maryadas, principles.
Now, if someone is going on the wrong path, and if we are trying to help them and they are not ready to listen, then what should be our role?
We advise once or twice and then leave them with good wishes. With our good wishes, they may progress.
So whatever the disadvantages happen in that period of time, it's all part of the drama, or we have to do something to prevent.
Drama and their fortune. Because some are fortunate to have good sanskar and progress fast. Some don't have, then it's their fortune or misfortune.
Those days, the discipline in the yagya was very strict. And even like coming to Madhuban, it was like we shouldn't have onion and garlic also in our food. But nowadays we see that the things are becoming, it's becoming loose. So why is that? Is it the souls nowadays is not so powerful enough, or what?
Not many. Only some people might be eating onion garlic.
Guest, not BKs.
Guest, not BKs.
Any other questions anybody else would like to ask? You can ask in Sinhala and Tamil
Unmute,
also.
unmute and
Yeah.
the
Anyone can
question,
unmute.
raise the hand and people will unmute you.
They can unmute themselves also. Nobody has question.
And we ask everyone to switch on your videos so Didi can see all of us.
No questions? Okay. Then I would like to, anybody have question? Yeah? No? No question.
One, you have question.
No.
Someone is there with me now.
Okay, so Suman Ben can ask some questions.
I don't have any questions. All my questions have been answered.
Okay,
That's
then
the
we can
first one. Kalyani
meditation.
is waiting, to give word of thanks.
This is the toli, dates with nuts. This is toli for young people.
For everyone.
I think
For everyone.
so. Everybody can have, especially vegan people. They don't. They don't.
Thank you, Didi, for Toli.
Let's have a few minutes meditation and finish.
Kalyani
we-
will give word of
yes,
thanks.
Yes, Didi. So, on behalf of all the Kumaris, so I first of all like to thank Bab Dada and also our divine DDG for clarifying all our questions and also being with us because you are our spiritual mother who is always guiding us. And also Dadi Janki, we were traveling with her, and personally I am a person who always get benefit with Dadi's classes in my spiritual journey. So that was a very good memories came back of Dadi Janki and all the Dadis. So thank you, Didi. And also all the Kumaris who have been participating in this session, because after so long we have this online program. So without all of you, this program won't be successful. And also all the team, technical team, translation team, all of them also, we thank again. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
So we'll all wave Didi. Thanks to Didi. Radhe would like to say anything?
Thank you so much for all the Kumaris and CMT and Didi. It's not just a clarification, just being with Didi and all the Kumaris itself is very empowering for me.
Sister Rami wants to say anything?
Thank you so much, Didi, and everyone who had been taking this time and being with us. And especially, I missed Madhuban this season, so I am feeling very fortunate that somehow I spent 1 hour with Didi today. Thank you, Didi.
Shanti.
And Lekha, where is Lekha and Rajani? Sister Lekha, where is she? And Sister Rajani.
Thank you, Didi. Shanti.
Can we have a few minutes? We'll have a few minutes of Drishti from Didi and a song.
One person has asked one last question. I would like to surrender, but there is obstacles from me from my home, and passing on all the obstacles. How do I surrender?
Mainly you have yoga and give positive vibration to your lockets. And you have to permission to surrender, because you have to take permission from your lockets before you surrender.
Okay, thank you, Didi. We'll sit in silence and we'll take powerful drishti from Didi. And we'll have some music.
Om Shanti.
Vajra. Om Shanti. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you so much. You had your dinner?
Yes. I finished. I ran, had my dinner. You all.
Thank you. Those who want can unmute and talk if you want to share anything. Didi போயிட்டா தானே ஓம் சாந்தி சிஸ்டர் வடிவழகி சொப்னா
මේ පියුමේ ඉන්නවා මෙතන.
මෙයාද පියුමි
නෑ මගේ එක මගේ මේ තමයි පියුමි. තියාගි වීඩියෝ ඔන් කර.
ஓம் சாந்தி அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க உங்களோட குரல்ல கேப்போம் தியாகிக்கு
This is Dadi.
தியாகிගේ මූණ බලමු පේන්නේ නැහැ. தியாகி Ask her to say Om Shanti, then only her face will appear. Ah,
Om
Tyagi. She looks like Bhargavi.
Oh.
No. அவ அந்த இதுல இருக்கிறாப்புல டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன்ல என்ன அது
Aminatiyaki.
ஓ ஓ ஓ ஸ்பாட்லைட் பண்ணாதே
And then
நவீதா சிஸ்டர் ஓம் சாந்தி
5 of them sitting together.
Yeah. Well.
சந்திரகுமாரி ஓம் சாந்தி
Om Shanti sister.
Onya.
Niroshini.
ஜொபினா ஓம் சாந்தி ஜொபினா நிக்கிறவா போயிட்டாவா
என்ன இருக்கிறா?
Vidyashini Om
நிக்கிறீங்களா
Shanti.
போயிட்டீங்களா உங்க தேவன
sister.
ம்,
Om
இருக்கிறீங்களா
Shanti.
எங்க ஜொபினா இது கேமராவை ஆன் பண்ணிட்டு ஓம் சாந்தி சொல்லுங்க உங்களோட குரல் தான் கேக்குது ஆள தெரியல எப்படியும் பண்ணாதீங்க ஐயோ கொஞ்சம் பேசாம சொல்லு ஜொபினா ஆங்கால் ஓம் சாந்தி சொல்லுங்க அப்பதான் நீங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல வருவீங்க
Om Shanti.
Maithili. Sister Maithili.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
சாந்தி
We have a Kutti Kumari here.
யாராவது அத குமாரிஸ்
Kumari.
they were without video.
They would have gone, I think.
Development center, there are a lot of Kumari.
எல்லாம் போயிட்டினமா எங்க லிஸ்ட்ல காணியில இதுல
We have Vitarai innede. Allani koheda inne? Madhuban illada?
Now, Madhuban.
கல்யாணி இஸ் இன் மதுபன்
Me koheda?
மட்டக்குளி
Mattakuliya center. Mattakuliya center.
Mattakuliya Pushpa. Oh, Pushpa. Om Shanti Pushpa.
பவித்ரா பிரியதர்ஷினி அது யாரு அஸ்னவி ஓம் சாந்தி
Pavitra
Shanti சொல்லுங்க.
Subhashini.
Devala unmute
பவித்ரா
பண்ணுங்க.
பிரியதர்ஷினி
Pavitra
பவித்ரா
Om Shanti.
Unmute பண்ணிட்டு ஓம் சாந்தி சொல்லுங்க.
अनम्यूट कर लो ओम शांति के एंड पवित्रा अनम्यूट कर एंड
சிவப்பிரியா
he
unmute
doesn't
பண்ணுங்க.
know how to unmute
Gayani.
पवित्रा
Gayani video on karan Gayani. Panadure Gayani video on karan.
Celia Angel.
Lassanai.
வெளியில யார் யார் நிக்கிறீங்க
ஓம் சாந்தி.
Saraswati.
Saraswati.
அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்களேன் சிவப்பிரியா சிஸ்டருக்கு அன்மியூட் பண்ண தெரியாதா
போதை
போதை.
போதை.
போதை போதை வாணி அந்த நாவலப்பிட்டி சிஸ்டர் வந்துட்டாவா திருப்பியும் தெய்வலைக்கு ஆக்கியவளி சிஸ்டர்
Nē, jā, nā.
கேமரா ஆன் பண்ணுங்க
Avutane kaya
Rashini.
Shanti Gayani. Om Shanti. Video on karan gaida?
அனிதா ஓம் சாந்தி ஏஞ்சல் who is that
Mascalia.
Celia Angel.
ஏஞ்சல்
Angel ka unknown. Invisible.
Om Shanti sister.
நம்மளோட ஃபேஸ காட்டுங்க கேமரா ஆன் பண்ணுங்க மைக் ஆன் பண்ணுங்க ஏஞ்சல்
Pavitra வந்து Om Shanti Pavitra. Mic එක unmute කරලා Om Shanti කියන්න. Mic unmute කරන්න.
Nitya Shakti.
தெய்வல தான் குழுவா இருக்கிறான்.
One day, let's all meet in person.
Hari Om Shanti.
தேவசினி ஓம் சாந்தி எங்க முகத்தை பாப்போம். இந்த பிள்ளை இவ்வளவு மூடிட்டாங்க சாவச்சேரி குட்டி
சாந்தி
தஸ்னவி நிக்கிறா. தஸ்னவி ஓம் சாந்தி சொல்லும்.
ஐபோன் குமாரி
அப்ப உங்களோட முகத்தை காணையில தஸ்னவின்னு.
யாமினி
Gayani, the name is coming always, but her face is not visible.
ඒකනේ ගයනි හැංගිලා ඉන්නවා ගයනි. මම වීඩියෝ ඔන් කරන්නකෝ ගයනි. ලැජ්ජා වෙන්න එපා. කාගේද සද්දේ? ගයනිගේ තමයි.
යාගේ ගෙදර ඇතුළේ කහද? අප්පිගේ ගෙදර ඇතුළේ කහද?
ඉන්න එකක්. හරි දැන් ඉවර කරමු.
Okay. Sister Prerna has to end the meeting.